guys, Brian from Snowwalker Bushcraft. Today I'm going to go out, I'm going to do some wildcrafting, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go out, I'm going to collect some plants, different things, herbals that I'm going to need to make tinctures and things of that nature. But before I go, I actually want to show you my wildcrafting kit. It's something that you can put together relatively quickly with probably household items that you have, so that you have a kit to help you collect these things. It's no better than to collect them at the source than actually to go get them and then bring them back. It's just that much easier to collect it while you're there, and then this way you can log where those resources are. So when we come back, I'm going to show you the kit, how to put it together. Don't go away. Alright, so essentially this is what we need to go out and do our wildcrafting. These are the items that you're going to take with you, or that you should have with you, and we'll go over them one at a time and we'll talk about each of their uses. First and foremost, you need something to carry your kit in. I just use a 5-gallon bucket. You can use a basket, you can use a trap basket, you can use anything that you want. You can use a box. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You just need something to carry your kit in. You may have to hike off-road to get to the medicinal, the herb, the plant, whatever you're collecting. You may need to carry your kit. So just, you know, have something like that. A little tip to go with that: you don't want to collect from the road. You get the exhaust from the cars, plus the road departments come along and they spray all the plants to keep the foliage down. You don't want those, okay? Those are going to hurt you in the end. You want good, clean plants. Mason jars, okay? Nothing better than your mason jars. You're going to carry your herbs and everything. You can put them all in here. You can start to let them dry out. You can use them when they're fresh. Either or, whichever method you choose, you know, you need to have some type of receptacle to put those in. If you're going to make a tincture right then and there, what better way to do it than to start with using your mason jars right there. Along with that, if you're just going to collect, you may want to have something that's plastic. Again, with plastic, and this goes right along with your plastic bags, just remember that these create their own environment because they don't breathe. Right? Always leave these open. You don't want any environment growing in there. You don't want your plant matter to start to mold. Always leave them open. The offshoot to that is that if you carry paper bags, you can put your plant matter in here, and what it'll do is, if you subscribe to having dried out plants, you can dry them in here. Right, this will help take the moisture out. Also, they don't create their own environment. So, good supply of paper bags. Think of it this way: if you want to wilt your greens before you put them in the mixture for a tincture or anything of that nature, think of a banana. You know, you take unripe bananas, you put them in a paper bag, they become ripe. Same thing, you can wilt your plants in paper bags. I carry a supply of coffee filters. Just plain old paper coffee filters. This way, if you actually want to strain material before it goes in, you have these. So, just filters. Okay, most of us carry knives. It's not a big deal. However, it might be beneficial for you to just take a pair of kitchen shears. Alright, this way you can just cut the plant where you need to, and you know, you're basically grooming the tree, shrub, or the plant. So, you know, a pair of kitchen shears isn't going to hurt. You can do that too, instead of using your knife wall. Some type of medium. If you're going to make a tincture while you're out there, you're going to need some type of alcohol. Some people use Everclear. Myself, personally, I find the cheapest vodka that I can find. For your tinctures, you really only need to have alcohol by volume of about 50%. So it really doesn't matter. Okay? Now this comes into, if you have an open bottle of alcohol, if you get stopped, police see you, okay, if you can, just grab a new bottle. Even if you start the tincture, maybe carry like a 5th bottle. You can use vodka, you can use brandy, okay, things of that nature. Just check with your local laws. I don't know too many states that actually allow open alcoholic containers in your vehicle. But if it's in the back of the truck, you know, you should be able to talk to the police officer if you wind up having that problem, and he should understand that, you know, you're actually wildcrafting and whatnot, and hopefully he'll use officer discretion. And that being said, let's just move along. Another thing that you're going to want is white paper, supply of white paper, copy paper. Okay, you just want it white and you want it clean. You're also going to need clear packing tape, and this is for another video, and I'll show you what you're going to do with that, but you're going to want this as well. A journal. Take your journal with you. I can't stress enough to have a journal with you. Make sure you have pens and pencils. Write the area down that you collected your materials. This way you can always refer back to it and say, well, this is where I got the crop last year. Let me go back there first before I have to find another crop to, harvest from. Plus, you always want to not dwindle and waste your resources in one specific area. So you go from one area, then maybe you find it in another place, and you can put all these down. 1 year I pick from here, 1 year I pick from there, 1 year I pick from here. So your journal is very, very important. And I do have a video about journals. And lastly, some type of guidebook that you're going to use. I don't care which one you use. I use several different guidebooks depending on where I'm going and what I'm actually getting. You have to identify what you're taking 110%. My old adage is this: when in doubt, leave it out. If you can't identify it and you don't know what it is, don't pick it, don't harvest it, don't make anything, especially if you plan on ingesting it. Okay? Make sure, again, let's say it again, make sure again that you identify the plant that you are harvesting, especially if you're using it as a medicinal item. Okay? So anyway, that's it. That is essentially your Wildcrafting Kit. Pick it up, you can go collect your medicinals, you can make them right there on the spot. You don't have to worry about going home and getting it all set up. So anyway, Brian from Snowwalker Bushcraft, thank you for your views and your comments. And until the next one, walk the woods.